Freestyle motivation session number 2, let's go! Alright guys, if I'm gonna start doing this thing, you guys have to meet my puppy. Joseph Francis Tribbiani Yoon. I did name him after Joey from Friends, but I always knew that I wanted to name my first dog Joey anyway. But it's amazing how perfectly their characteristics match, because Joey is a little derpy. I'm not gonna lie, he's a little dopey. But at the same time, he's such a lady killer. He's unstoppable when it comes to the ladies, humans and other dogs. Anyways, let's get right into it. I asked my friends on Facebook what they need motivation for. I had a few responses, and I had this one particular comment that really stuck out to me. And the reason why it stuck out to me isn't because it's something that I've never heard before. It stuck out to me because I think it's so interesting that this particular person needed motivation for this particular thing, because it's just all very ironic. Her name is Whitney. She's this incredibly beautiful woman in town, and she owns this amazing massage studio. Like, it's amazing. I love going there. My girlfriend loves going there. Everybody I know loves going there. So it's this local massage studio. You know, people obviously go to get massages to de-stress, to help relax their body, to help their overall health, and also they provide yoga classes, and then they also have weekly salsa dance nights, I think. So everything that you need in order to help you de-stress your mind and your body, Artemis has it. Now, Whitney comments on my status. She says she needs motivation for self-care. I'm like, you own a massage studio. So that's what I think is so interesting about it, and so ironic that somebody whose life is literally dedicated to self-care needs motivation for self-care. And that's what's so real about it. That's what's so real about the world and the business world and your passion, following your dreams, because it's like, at the end of the day, even though you go after your own passions, like as good your intentions are to heal the world and help other people, at the end of the day, you can't pour out of an empty glass. What? What I mean by that is that even if you have all of the great intentions in the world to help other people, at the end of the day, it all starts with self. So if you lack self-care, you're not going to be able to give others your absolute best. It also means that while you're helping other people, you might not even be helping yourself. So while you help other people survive, you might not be surviving. You might be dying. You know, so that's what's so important about self-care. And yo, shout outs to Whitney, because it takes so much realness with self and truth with self and self-awareness to realize and and sit with and be okay that, like, yo, I'm over motivated at work. Just like she said, it's real for any entrepreneurs, businessmen, hustlers, whatever, team no sleep. Which, by the way, team no sleep is absolute bullshit. I don't believe in that shit at all. People need sleep, first of all, even if it's just a nap. So don't get it twisted in your mind like you gotta lose sleep in order to chase your dreams. Because again, self-care. If you're not caring about yourself, if you're not 100%, you're gonna die. I mean, we're all gonna die, but you're just gonna die sooner than you could have avoided it to be. When it comes to motivating you guys about self-care, I think the first thing that I want to mention is that you have to remember that whatever goals that you have is all for self-love, is to love yourself. You want to take care of yourself because you love yourself. Like your significant other or your pets, you wish well for their well-being, and you want to do whatever you can to make sure that you can contribute to their happiness and well-being because you love them. Another question is, like, why is it so hard for human beings to love themselves? Why does it take so long for people to realize their self-worth? But I think that's just for another time. But that's just a question that I always have in my mind. When you have set these goals for yourself, you always have to remember that it's for self-love. So when you love yourself, you have to be patient and you have to be gentle. You almost have to talk to yourself, I guess, as if you're a baby. I'm not telling you to baby yourself. I'm not telling you to bitch and moan and whine. I'm saying that when you self-talk, when you talk to yourself, be gentle as if you're a baby. You can't be talking to yourself like, well, you ain't shit. I knew you couldn't do this. You're not worth anything. You don't have any work ethic. That's like the easy way to go about things. But if you were to be patient and if you were to be a little more understanding, you have to talk to yourself like, okay, what is the goodness that I can receive by going to the gym? But if you want to end up not going to the gym and you want to allow yourself to stay home and rest, that is okay. Acknowledge the hard work that you've put in the past few days. Say, it's okay, I understand. It's my body telling me that I need to take a break. I will embrace that break and do whatever it is that I can to relax today so that tomorrow when I go back to the gym, which I will absolutely fucking kill it. You got yourself. Another thing about self-care is that people usually have really big goals they want to achieve, especially in January. So if it's about self-care, let's say I want to go to the gym every day, I want to do yoga every day, I want to meditate every day. It's this like everyday thing because people want fast results all the time. What if you were to change that into very small steps? What if you were to just tell yourself that you'll start by going to the gym maybe 3 or 4 times a week, and then as the month progresses, you'll go
maybe 4 times a week to 5 times a week, and then 5 times a week to 6 times a week.
Maybe you'll even find a way to be active every day without going to the gym every day, so that you stay excited in your journey, so that you don't get bored in your journey, so that you don't hit any plateaus. And when it comes to self-care, it's not always about just the physical things. It's always about also the mental health, which I think is equally important, if not even more important, because if your mental health is not hunted, your entire being is just gonna go into shits. So when it comes to your mental health, do you need to de-stress? Do you need to meditate? Do you need to see a therapist? Are you aware of what's going on inside your mind and in your heart? Are you journaling? Are you asking yourself the uncomfortable questions to help yourself become more self-aware? So what do I mean by uncomfortable questions? People don't like to ask themselves certain questions. They don't like to answer certain questions. Sometimes they don't even know themselves well enough to ask themselves the right questions. And what that can help with is ultimately help you decide what kind of help it is exactly that you might need. Just because you're depressed doesn't actually mean that you have to see a therapist. Just because you're depressed does not mean that you need medication. Self-care is such a big topic that I'm not even sure if I really hit it on the spot today, but I think this is a really good place to start. If you want to be more direct about what it is about self-care that you want to talk about and you need motivation for, comment below or message me or directly, and I would love to dig deeper about it with you. So my end note is that always remember that when it comes to self-love, whatever goals that you have, whatever goals, because you have goals because you believe in your greatness, right? You believe that you're meant for something greater than just average, that you live the life that you lived last year, right? That's why you have goals. So you have your goals because you believe in yourself and your purpose and your greatness. So all of that takes self-love. You're doing it because you love yourself and you believe that you can help the world and heal the world. So if that is the case, always remember, love self and be very gentle and understanding and patient with self.